our school serves our learners. Our school self-evaluation, an integral part of our key management system. That is, do we do it every time? With honest answers to all these questions, any school can then go on to utilize the school self-evaluation form. Okay, this is the format for school self-evaluation. It's to be filled in by the school and to be verified by external evaluators. There you have to write the state where the school exists, the local government area, then the school type of school. Is it a mixed school, or girls only, or Christian school, or Muslim school? Then the number of boys in the school, number of girls, total number of learners in the school. Then we have the school profile, your center code. For those of you that are already writing external examination, you put your center code there. Then the name of the school or the center, because there are some schools, the name of the school will be different from the name of the center. Especially where you have combination of schools. Then the year establishment, your location, that's the address. Is it in the rural area or in the urban center or others? Total, we want full details of the address. Then the email address of the school, the telephone number, then the ownership of the school. Who owns the school? Is it owned by a state government, by the public, or is it a private owner? Does it belong to religious body? Because there are some schools that belong to religious body, maybe set up by, for example, yes, by churches, yes. Missionary schools, yes, we have missionary schools too. Then, or is it by an individual, or by NGOs, or by corporate bodies, or other people? Then you can specify if you have other ones that are not indicated there. Then the school, we want to know the kind of school it is. Is it a pre-primary school, a primary school, a junior secondary, a senior secondary, a boarding school, a day school, or mixture of boarding and day? Then operational mode. Operational mode zeroes down on boarding, day, or boarding and day. The second operational mode, morning, maybe you run the school in the morning, in the afternoon, or it's a shift, or in the night, or evening. So then the name of the head teacher or the principal, then the number of assistant head teachers or vice principals as it were. The number of HODs you have in the school, the number of teachers living in the school compound. So what standards do learners achieve? What are your main reasons for your judgment? So how will you get your reasons? You will now refer to the quality standards in the evaluation schedule that you have been given. It's inside your CD. It tells you stage by stage what you are expected to look at. How good are the personal skills and participation of the learners? Then the next one says, what are your main reasons for your judgment? So if you say outstanding, you must state your reasons. So we are still talking about the learner. How effective are teaching and learning? Teaching and learning forms 70% of the overall process of quality assurance. So, for you to be able to grade yourself on teaching and learning, you must look at those things, the provision you have made for teaching and learning. And of course, here, you will look at the quality of the teacher too. Because if you have a teacher that is maybe an expert in geography, teaching history, you say, I can manage. Or your guidance counselor that is taking social studies. When we are talking about teaching and learning, as head teachers or principals of any school, please go around, enter the classrooms, see shadow your learners. When you do this, you will be able to know the level of the teaching and learning that is going on in your school. Then we'll go to the next one. So, we are not talking about leadership and management. You now look at it. How effective is the leadership and management of the school? Your leaders, the management of the school. In what way are they handling the management of the school? Do they involve the learners? How about the voice of the community? Do they listen to them? Do they consider what they say? How about the other in that area? What does he have to say about the leadership and the management of that school? Thank you.
Education Reports on TV. Education Report on TV is a television report on educational events and activities around the country for parents of school-age children, pupils in schools and students in tertiary institutions, practitioners in educational fields across categories, corporate organizations with products and services that appeal mostly to students, government officials, particularly those with responsibilities for managing education, and the general public. It covers activities in the education sector, special occasions such as awards and opening ceremonies, collaborative engagements with NGOs, as well as corporate organizations. It also covers vocational and technical education, institutions for people with special education needs, individual contribution towards the growth and development of education, and also celebrates success in the education sector at local government levels, the states, regions, and Nigeria at large. For sponsorship and advert placement, contact 0803 323 2771, 0812 120 1359. You can email us at info@educationreportsontv.com or visit our website www.educationreportsontv.com. Education Reports on TV, promoting excellence in education on television nationwide.
Another is composed of several small steps. One of them is school self-evaluation, and this is done annually. Now, let me say a word. The SDP we talk about is not something you do once and forget about it. In fact, when you do self-evaluation for this year, whatever the outcome at the end of the year, it forms the basis of the following year outcome. It identifies and prioritizes key areas for skill improvement. That is, it identifies options for tracking improvement in key areas and organizes everyone's effort towards meeting the agreed goals. The main purpose of a plan is to give direction, not to solicit for funds. When you begin to do SDP in your schools, we have told you that you need to bring in stakeholders. Community needs to be involved. But it should never be an avenue for fundraising. It will not be out of context if people decide to assist you financially. So, we are suggesting that the plan should come first. Before you talk of money or human resources, let us sit down and plan first. If you do not have a plan, you do not know where you are going, and you will not use any resource or resources you have to get there. There is something we call the planning cycle. When you are planning, there is a cycle that you follow. You start from the beginning, you move to the next stage, until you get to the end. You start again. So it is a continuous thing. And your plan, the cycle is determined by your vision. What do you really have in mind? The first step in any school development plan cycle is the school self-evaluation. And that is the first thing we talk about. Where are we now? What needs improving? That is school self-evaluation. You have teachers with master's degree in education, teaching in primary school, and yet our outcome is not improving. There are many things are wrong with us.